Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to The Slice. The French Open is absolutely rolling, and the big three are doing just that. They're all playing their matches. They've won them all. No issues at all. So we're going to check in on them, see how they're playing, look at their upcoming matches, and take a look at the rest of the tournament and see what's been going on. So welcome to The Slice. Let's take a look at the French Open happenings so far. Welcome to The Slice.
Welcome to the slice.
Welcome to the slice.
Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. It's good to have you back. How have you been? This tournament's been exciting, hasn't it? Just like the rest of the clay court season, I've been stoked on this level of tennis. I'm kind of like becoming a new clay court fan. On that note, I'm actually playing a tournament in my local hometown here, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, called the French Open at Bear Mountain. It's like a tournament there. Might be posting a vlog on my tournament happenings, me playing, because some of you said you might want to see that, which is funny. But lots has been going on here, and the big three have been playing really well. You know, the big three get praised a lot for obviously just dominating this sport for the last more than 10 years. But you can never praise them enough. It is so unbelievably great what they're doing in the sport and how consistent they've been for the last 10 years. I don't know of another grouping of athletes that have dominated a sport as much as the big three have. So it's just, I was just thinking, when I was at work today, I was just thinking about how crazy it is. Like all the big three guys are just doing fine. They won all their matches in straight sets. And I was just thinking that it's like, yeah, these guys are, and I was just kind of looking at the players they're playing. Most of them are kind of almost unknowns. But if you look at that tennis player who's an unknown to us, if you went and watched them, you'd be like, that's the best tennis player I've ever seen live. Like that, you'd be like, this is the best. This guy's so good. And Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic treat these guys like it's just a walk, like it's a warm up. Like we would all be mind blown if they lost any of these matches. And that is weird because it's not normal. It's like any other time in era, even when there's been dominant players at other times, they haven't been this dominant. We've seen this with the women's game right now. Big seeds lose at the beginning all the time. It's just not normal to be able to count on these guys winning as much as we do. So I would just like to give a little shout out to the big three. Thanks for watching the slice because they obviously all clearly watch the show. But it's just amazing what they're doing. And they've been rolling at this year's French Open. So let's just start with Federer. In round one, he played Lorenzo Sonego. This is like 6-2, 6-4, 6-4, not an absolute destruction. But what Federer's doing is just playing well, playing smart tennis. He's coming to the net lots, probably trying to keep points a bit shorter. And it's just really nobody is that good at playing against someone who comes forward a lot. It puts a lot of pressure on them, especially when it's Roger Federer coming to the net. So it's just a smart tactic on any surface, I'd say. And then he beat Ote 6-4, 6-3, 6-4. He's playing great, looking great. He's only been broken one time. Doesn't had too many challenges. In round three, he plays Casper Ruud, who is an exciting young player. I actually saw him in Miami. I got to sit like right courtside, like between him and his coaches, and I'd see him look over at them, and I kind of chat with them a bit when he was playing Felix Auger-Aliassime, and I was like one of the only Canadians there. Well, there's actually a decent amount of support for him, but me and Felix were making eye contact, and I was going, "Come on!" I was doing the little coaches clap, like I don't know, like Steven, you're not, none of the players know who you are, but I was there. Anyways, Casper Ruud, he's an exciting young player. Federer shouldn't have any problem with him, I don't think, but that's his next round. So Federer's doing well. Checking in with him. No need to be worried as far as Federer fans go. He looks like he should be through the third round, not looking far ahead, but into the fourth round, which is a great sign at Roland Garros for him. It's already been like a great tournament. Nadal, just classic vintage Nadal. There's nothing really to say so far other than he got lost serve one time today against Madden. He beat two Germans. He beat Hanfmann 6-2, 6-1, 6-3. Won today 6-1, 6-2, 6-4. Very common lines. He's looking great. Since Rome, he's looked great. And there's no reason for any concern in the Nadal camp either. But Nadal does play David Goffin in the next round. And now this will be probably, I cannot foresee this being a problem for Nadal, but we do know that David Goffin has played unbelievable tennis in his life before. He hasn't been in the greatest form in the last year and a bit, but he does have the power to do some damage. But I think this will more just be like a level tester for Nadal. He'll see some nicer balls. Don't be immature, guys. And He'll be able to, I think, elevate his game and just start to ramp it up as the tournament goes along. Shouldn't have any problem with David Goffin, but it is the first seeded player that he will play. And then we got Novak Djokovic, who's also just clocking in, doing his due diligence, not losing any sets, nothing like that. He beat Hurkacz, who I said would be a tough match for him, in straight sets. He looked good, looked like he's just playing confidently, and he plays Laxinen tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem for him. I was just back to the thought of how dominant the big three have been. This is 10 years ago is the French Open 2009, where Federer won. Just by the way, Nadal fans like, why are you even mentioning Federer when Nadal's won it 11 times? I'm just saying it's a 10-year thing. It's a nice round number. There was no conspiracy there. He's so biased. I know. But Federer won that tournament. But the seeding at that tournament was number 1, Rafa, number 2, Federer, number 4, Djokovic, with a little Andy Murray there, number 3. But it's like 10 years ago, the seedings were basically the same grouping at the top. So in an individual sport, I don't know how they can dominate for this long. Is it a lack of skill in the rest of the group, or is it just amazing how good they are? Which do you think more it is? I'm going with amazing how good it's amazing how good they are, because there's a lot of skill in everyone else, but they just can't break through, and these guys are just dominating. They have dominated. They will continue to for as long as they're healthy, I would say. So, also crazy to think, 10 years ago, Federer was 27, which is like low-key kind of old, and now he's 37. That just puts into perspective how old he is, and he's still dominating. He's like he's number 3 in the world right now. Absolutely crazy. Around the rest of the tournament, what's been going on? Grigor Dimitrov might be finding his form again. Bulgarian fans and Dimitrov fans around the world are freaking out. He won an epic match today against Marin Cilic, won in 5 sets. Will that kickstart his game back into being where it should be, I think, is him getting deep into majors and making major impacts. It was fun to see him back out there playing again, looking swagged out in that black Nike uniform. If you haven't checked it out, check out the Slice Style Watch by clicking right here. Maybe not clicking here, just search it up. And then Benoit Paire defeated Herbert in an insane 5-setter, winning 11-9 in the 5th set. Why is Benoit Paire always involved in these epics? Is it because he doesn't have the firepower? I don't know. Is it because he's dramatic? Probably. I don't know. But that was an epic match. I saw on an Instagram post today there was a moment in silence for everyone who missed that match, which was funny because apparently it was really good. And I missed that match. This guy, have a moment in silence for me. But anyways, there's a look at the top, the big three. They're doing well. Things are rolling. This tournament's just going to get more exciting as it goes on, and the Slice is going to be here to keep you updated on it throughout. So thanks for watching this. Let me know what you guys want to see. Front Row is filming tomorrow. I've got some great questions on it. If you want to sign up and check it out, and it gets billed at the end of the month. So if you watch the show tomorrow, don't like it, you can unsubscribe, but you can get some better looks into the content that we're putting out here and earlier sneak previews of special stuff that we put out there and then put out on the main channel. So that's the link below. Check out the Slice Front Row. And thank you for supporting us. And stay tuned for the Slice for more French Open coverage from ya boy. Thanks for watching, folks. Click down here to subscribe. Click here to watch another video called The Style Watch, where we check out the outfits, the drip, the swag from all the players at the French Open. And click here to check out Front Row and become the best tennis fan you can be.